I'm here today to tell you about my journey, which took me from Texas to London to DC. It was an amazing journey. I was born with what many people would call a curse in that I was born with cerebral palsy. It means that I'm going to have doctor's visits all my life, hours of therapy, and a constant battle to keep myself standing the way I am right now. But it also was a gift in that it opened thousands of doors to me. The journey started at the age of 2, where I started doing therapy on the horse. It introduced me to this creature I never really knew. My parents didn't know horses. And I started doing therapy, and within doing the therapy, I was able to pioneer a treatment system that has really started to take off in the world and help people with disabilities, as well as giving me opportunities to do demonstrations for people as famous as Princess Anne of England to as small as anyone willing to watch at the State Fair of Texas. But that journey even got bigger. I started doing sports right at age 5, and at age 10, I was told that there's a thing called the Paralympics. I thought that was amazing. At age 13, I said, I'm going for it. I looked at the schedule, and I was going to go to the 2010 World Equestrian Games, and I was going to London. It was, at the time, the goal seemed impossible. Throughout the journey, I was faced with thousands of setbacks, losing horses, horses who were great teammates, and having to face a huge financial burden and was competing in one of the most expensive Olympic sports. But at all the time, I said no. I searched for sponsors. I searched for a team of coaches, family, and sponsors who helped get me from here to London. And this journey looked at times as being hard, as something that most people wouldn't want to undertake, but it got me to London. And London was an amazing experience. From moving into the Olympic Village, and that day when I first got to the village and realized I was a member of an elite fraternity, I was an Olympian. As my roommate put it, once an Olympian, always Olympian. It's a fraternity you join and will never leave. And then in London, the unexplainable experience of entering opening ceremonies and looking at the crowd and just not knowing that, to competing, I came this close to getting a medal. And while I didn't get a medal, I gave the best performance of my life, which is all you can ask for when you reach the Olympic stage. Some people win medals, some people don't, but perform the best you can. I'd rather perform the best I can than leave there winning a medal of a crummy performance. That's just not fair. And then just getting home and coming to meeting the president, that was an amazing experience. And while the journey was hard, while I had hard times finding sponsors, finding horses, injuries, all kinds of setbacks, today I sit here planning my next journey to go to Rio and the next Olympics and compete again. Because the journey is part of the experience. It's the most amazing part of the experience. Meeting people along the way, meeting sponsors, finding friends, horses, and getting there is half the part of just as good as getting to London.